Hello everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 2014 Lexus GS450 Hybrid. And today's review is taking place at Kelly Motor Group, situated in Letterkenny, County Donegal. We're inside the showroom today. This is also part of Kelly's Toyota. For all contact information in regards to the dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be looking at the interior of the car. I'll explain all the features work, also start up, look at the engine, go over the performance data, and take a look around the exterior. So let's get started. This particular GS is actually an F Sport model. Has a full ivory leather interior, nice aluminium trim. 3-person memory settings for the driver's seat, so it's power folding exterior mirrors, and all the electric seat controls located down on the seat itself. Also heated and ventilated, and perforated in the center. And the GS, of course, comes with a completely keyless ignition system. So just leave the keys in the passenger seat, and as soon as we hit the power button, the seat and the steering wheel tilt and adjust to their previous preset settings. And push it again. Everything lights up very nicely. If I just apply the foot brake, I press the power button. Power's right on. Now, because we're in the dealership today, I'm just going to keep the engine off until we get to the exhaust clip. It has a perforated 3-spoke leather wrap multifunction steering wheel, a very nice rack and pinion power assisted steering. It's also perforated off to each side, and also off to the right you got the general Bluetooth phone controls as well as display, and off to the left the radio controls, F Sport logo, as well as cruise control. So because we're in the showroom today, I'm just going to turn off the engine. I'm sorry, I'll do that. And just leave it running off the electric power, because I don't want to fill the showroom up with exhaust fumes. The GS is only available with an automatic transmission, and this hybrid model comes with the very famous 1-speed CVT, which we find across the Toyota and Lexus range. When you put in reverse, the backup camera and guidance lights come on. Neutral, and then in drive you can knock it over to the right and shift manually with the gear stick, or you can use the sporty paddle shifters mounted here in the back of the steering wheel. It's got a perforated leather wrap shift knob, and CVT of course does stand for continuous variable transmission. The dials illuminate very nicely, bright white backing. A nice combination of blue on the left dial, and this car of course only has 63 kilometers on the clock so far. So we'll go through a bunch of the features. We'll start with this down here. If I turn the wheel all the way to the left, it puts the car in economy mode. Now this here allows the car to drive entirely off the electric motor. If you push the wheel into the center, it puts it in normal mode, so therefore the car can choose between electric and petrol engine depending on how you're driving, for example. And then if we turn it all the way to the right, it puts it in sport mode, and it changes the left dial to rev counter. So we're just going to put it back into normal mode. And then you got 2 more buttons down here. You got snow mode and EV mode, which is a full electric motor. So now we get to the multimedia interface. It has a very nice 8-inch screen, beautiful blue lighting. And to control it, everything is operated from down here with this little mouse pad type thing. And of course you got a lovely leather armrest to rest your arm on while you're doing that. You got your home button, these adjustable arrows up and down, and the main menu button. So we're just going to go through a bunch of the different options. If I slide it, and it actually is a joy to use this thing, if I just show you, everything slides around very nicely. So we are going to first take a look at the main setup for the car. Now this here allows you to adjust things such as your general settings, your voice settings. If I just go into one of these, you can just go through about everything. And then if we go into, let's say, the vehicle settings, you can customize everything you want, everything from your door locks to the climate control and light settings, as well as any other vehicle settings there are. It's a very easy system to use. I was playing around with this before I started filming. And you can also turn on and off the park assist from there. You can Bluetooth your phone, and if we go into the audio controls, you can go to radio settings, sound settings, iPod settings. So let's go back again, and we can look at the car itself. Now this here is the main truck computer itself. As you can see, you have all your data up there. So if we go into trip information, it gives us a nice chart to go by. Elapsed time, cruising time, and you can clear that. And if we click into energy, it gives you a diagram of the car. So I'm just going to turn on the engine. With that powered on, the screen should start becoming a bit more active. It's not doing it at the moment. If I go to return perhaps, back into it, as you can see, everything illuminates. It tells me exactly what the car is doing at the moment. It's very, very nice. And then you got other things such as the telephone, which I was showing you in the setup menu. You can adjust the climate control from here as well. Very cool this. The air conditioning, dual zone, fan speeds, temperature for driver and passenger sides. And then the audio itself. And this is the radio controlled stand here. And of course the climate control is located just below it. Sound quality is absolutely brilliant. It's got 12 speaker audio system. And you can just navigate around the stations from here. And you can choose between options such as AM and FM, the DAB, as well as your iPods and Bluetooth audio and so on. So really the multimedia interface is extremely easy to use. As I said, I was using it before I started filming. Got used to it right away, if I'm honest. Very, very simple, nothing overly complicated about it. Also has this very nice analog clock in the center with LED lighting. And also down here you got your heated seat controls. If I just lift this up, or actually just push it down to lift it up, you got two integrated cup holders. And also the car's electronic parking brake is located just down here, sorry, where the green LED light is. And then down here you got your controls. This one is for the parking sensors, and if I press this button on the left, controls the rear sunblind. Has a lovely interior, very nicely trimmed, and the seats are exceptionally comfortable, as you would imagine with a modern day Lexus, especially a GS model. Excellent amount of side upholstering. And also got a very nice leather armrest, completely adjustable, and slide forward and slim backwards, and when it lifts up, you've got a nice storage area, which is also removable. And down here you got your iPod connectivity, as well as a 12-volt power outlet, and a very deep storage area. It also has an auto-dimming interior mirror, as well as rain-sensing window wipers, and LED reading lamps, motion sensor, very nice suede pattern on the sun visors, which are of course illuminated. And off to the right here you got the automatic light control, as well as traction control, and the button on the very far right there is for the headlight washers. This car also has automatic headlights. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back seats. Has quite good legroom. Headroom is very nice as well. 3 adjustable headrests, as well as a very nice center armrest. It's a very nice car indeed. I love the interior in this thing. Very nice amount of comfort from the seats, as well as storage pockets in the back of each front seat, as well as rear ventilation. And there's also a 12-volt power outlet located down here. Just pull that out. And LED lighting. Also has aluminium sports pedals with rubber studding. And your controls down here for the boot release and bonnet release. So we'll turn on the vehicle's power. Turn on the headlights, rear fog lamps, as well as the hazards. Just turn off the climate control. And naturally all 4 windows are fully automatic. And we'll take a look around the exterior. There's a very nice white exterior. It also comes with bi-xenon projector headlamps, as well as running LED daylights. Front parking sensors and a very nicely chrome accented front grille. And F-Sport body kit does look fantastic in this car. Really enhances the styling. It also comes with these very nice 19-inch alloy wheels as standard, exclusive to the F-Sport model. Has front and rear ventilated steel disc brakes. It also has a double wishbone suspension up front, as well as a multi-link rear suspension. Also has LED indicators on the exterior mirrors, as well as very nice chrome accenting around the window frames. Shark fin antenna and a hybrid logo embedded on the side skirts, and a very nice blue accenting. Decklet spoiler, also part of the F-Sport body kit. Boot space in the GS is quite decent. It has 16.4 cubic feet of room. And unfortunately the rear seats do not fold. It's got a side net for additional storage. And if I pull this here, a little hanger comes down. It can hold up to about 5 kilograms of weight. LED taillights. The overall length for the GS is 190.9 inches. It has a width of 72.4 inches and a height of 57.3 inches. And the total wheelbase is 112.2 inches. Bonnet release. The engine is a 3.5 litre V6 coupled together with Lexus hybrid drive, which also stands for LHD. It produces 340 brake horsepower with a top speed of 155 miles per hour. You can also get 46 miles to the gallon and produces about 295 foot-pounds of torque, and does 0 to 60 in approximately 5.9 seconds. Now the standard 3.5 litre V6 in this car on its own produces about 303 brake horsepower, meaning that the actual hybrid motor itself is adding an additional 37 brake horsepower to the car. And Lexus also claim you can drive this car on the electric motor up to about 18 miles per hour, maybe around 20. So really you could drive this car in and around a town or a city at low enough speed and you're producing no emissions at all. Now normally at this point in the review I would do the exhaust clip, but like all hybrids, the GS450H doesn't have much of an exhaust sound, especially when the car's in park. You would notice it when you are driving, but unfortunately we can't drive this car today. But I will power on the engine anyway. Makes more of a buzzing sound like the Toyota Prius did when I reviewed that. Put in sport mode. I click it right again, goes into Sport Plus. As you can hear, this makes more of a buzzing sound more than anything else. That's about it really. So not much point setting up the tripod for that really. Maybe if you were driving this car you would hear the V6 a lot better, but not while it's in park. So we'll just turn off the power itself. And to summarise the GS450H, it is a fantastic car. It's got a beautiful interior. The multimedia system is excellent. It's easy to use. It's such a well-equipped car. It's got an excellent sound system. It's got loads and loads of airbags. It's very roomy. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is this old school style gear shifter. I don't like the way it has the exposed shift booth. I think Lexus kind of need to really change that around, maybe put a leather wrap over it or do some kind of dial that rises out of the center or something like that. I'm not sure, but I think this is a bit too old fashioned for this car. But apart from that, I do love the GS450H. It is a brilliant car. This dealership actually had a standard silver one of these, which was sold just the other day. So the only one they have left is this white F-Sport. And speaking of which, the F-Sport body kit does look fantastic in this car. It really does enhance the styling. It's a beautiful car, very well made, very economical. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this full in-depth tour of the 2014 Lexus GS450H. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and please stay tuned. There will be plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching everyone.